We are like a bear coming out of hibernation. For the last 65 years, it has been an absolute taboo in the public and political life of this country to say something about socialism. You risked being considered a moron if you were lucky, and a subversive, traitor, evil spy if you were less lucky. It's America that treated its people to a repression of socialists that was stunning in its effectiveness and unrelenting for 60 years. Before the Cold War, during the Cold War, and perhaps most impressively, since the Cold War is over, it still hardly stops. It's extraordinary. Why do I mention this to you, since you all know it? Because for a person to run for president after that 65 years and call himself a socialist, that's why people were so confident in predicting he'd go nowhere, that the candidacy would be some marginal, fringy event that wouldn't even be covered in the press. This is amazing what this fellow has done, and it's most amazing about what it tells you about the United States. And I don't want to overdo it, but then again, I don't want to underdo it. A taboo has been broken. The impossibility of a socialist standing up and saying, here, I'm a socialist, deal with it, is now real. What was the vote between Clinton and Sanders of people in the ages 17 to 29 years of age? You ready? 84% of them voted for Sanders, 14% voted for Clinton. If I were a leader of the Democratic Party, I'd be shaking in my boots. That's the future. Those are the young people. 84 to, that's not close. That's overwhelming. What does that mean? Where does that mean the country is going? 84% of young people were not scared by the term socialism. Not even a little. It rolled right off their back. That's new in the United States. That's absolutely new. Something very big has been going on in this country since the Occupy Wall Street movement in the autumn of 2011 that has changed people's minds. Anyone who now thinks that Occupy wasn't an important event because it only lasted a few months is making a terrible mistake. The impact of that was enormous because it taught the American people that there's a lot of us around. By comparison, every European country, without exception, has had socialist parties for decades. The presence, the activity, they were frequently elected to all kinds of offices, local, middle, high. It didn't mean the end of those cultures. France, Holland, Denmark, Spain, Italy, they're all there. Go see, they're functioning. Pizza can be purchased, hotels can be found, your shoes can be fixed. The culture didn't die. We are the only place that expunged all of that, that made that a taboo you could not break through. So finally, the United States, politically, is growing up.